All right, as we progress along this podcast,
Yes, sir.
Audible, GM, it looks like he's much more relaxed than before.
I think he's got this under control now.
Yes, he does. Division C podcast.
Stop coddling him.
Simon Peeze.
Listen, somebody has to be nice to him because you want to deport him.
Eagle is not here. Eagle is
deported
in Florida. Don't know what he's doing. You think Eagle is going to go on like a Everglade trip?
Here's the thing.
He's
Like
at Hogwarts.
But he said he was going to like Orlando, right? So he's going to.
Which is the heart of the Gator territory.
Yes, but also
But he
like,
won't go.
won't he be able to not get on any rides?
You know what? Eagle looks like a perfect prime meat for the Gators because Gatorland, which is in Orlando, a proper trip. Text Eagle, go to Gatorland for me, please.
I can't text him. He wouldn't even answer my phone calls when we were having stream issues. You think he's going to answer me about Gatorland?
Maybe.
Can
It's
you
a
look
fun
it up,
topic.
Gatorland? How
He
many
would,
Gators
he
do
would
you have
be,
out
he
there,
would be
please?
great bait for two things. One is for gators. The other one is for to catch predators.
You know what they say, though? You know what they say about gators, which I've learned from my buddy in Louisiana.
See you later,
is it
alligator.
Overrated in the SEC and shouldn't be there anymore.
No, relax. Relax.
Heyo.
Stop at second 26 and we'll talk. All right. Gators are colorblind, just like our very own.
homies.
But here's the thing, though, right? They do detect colors on people's feet, like shoes. They always tell people never, when you go to like a swamp or Gatorland, whatever it is, never wear white shoes
You know,
because they think it's chicken
gators.
wings, and
Okay.
they'll attack white shoes because they think it's actual chicken.
Are there that many wild chickens in Florida that they're always eating chicken?
Well, yeah, no, that's what they feed
Healthy
gators,
diet.
right? Chickens, right? So they always see when they see white, they automatically go beelining for that person. So they
Walker
always
knows
say
a lot
never wear.
about gator food.
Yeah, man.
I'm confused.
Gators are very fascinating.
You know,
creatures.
he doesn't know
It's a once a week segment.
He
with
doesn't
Ron
know
Miguel
much
that he
about
pays
cricket.
attention to.
Apparently, but he knows a lot about gators.
It's
Anyway,
true.
speaking of Gators, let's chomp about the schedule here. Games that caught your attention, gentlemen, was what?
Dirty
And,
Dogs.
before you answer, Game Changers, Friends, Low Places cannot be reviewed. Next.
Okay. Dirty Dogs. They continue to be Bearskin's kryptonite for
That's true.
back-to-back seasons. Yeah, last season, Ryan Anderson reminded us to me before the game. He's like, last season we had a good season. They played Dirty Dogs. They lost on the last play against Five Guys, and then they lost the rest of the way. Then Tuesday night they got wrecked by Dirty Dogs. Are you starting to take Dirty Dogs seriously, Mokan?
I think I am. And I'll tell you where it turned for me. When they played Alpha Tees,
Okay.
and they played them tough. They had a lead. They were up. They played a real slow down
Very-
offense.
There's
And
something about them this season.
It turned from. I think that's where they grew as a team. I thought, man, you know what? As ugly as those uniforms are, and as ugly as they play, they are playing some better football now than I've ever seen them under that name.
You know what? Go on, please.
You think Mokan is weirdly obsessed with uniforms?
Yes.
Like,
He's got a fetish.
Yeah.
I realize, one in every 3 games you have a comment about the uniform.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
he's got a
fucking
fetish.
uniforms.
What I like about Dirty Dogs is he's finally not only using Chidiat. So
Ryan Lelanowski.
yeah, right. Sorry, Ryan Lelanowski's finally distributing the ball to more receivers than before. So if you watch a lot of their games, you kind of know what plays goes to who.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, he's still using all 5 receivers,
Mhm.
Right.
which is something a few seasons ago was not the case. We all knew Dave Chidiat would have 50-60% of the targets.
It
Now,
will be a long run by Lelanowski.
and now he's still the best receiver on the team, but he's not as overused as before,
Yeah.
which makes it easier on them, and they score more points.
Well, the easiest thing to match up against is one receiver.
Yeah,
Like-
for sure.
Like even if you don't have one guy who can run with him, you can put 2 guys on him. Right?
But that's the thing. Now,
So-
now you can't.
now
'cause
you
the other
can't do
guys
that,
are
exactly.
or the other guys are catching footballs before him, so that he gets the other guys going, including a snapper. So people sort of have to focus on everybody because they're driving the field, and that's when Chidiat makes the biggest impact.
Mhm.
All right. So the game I want to bring up, which involved you two pinheads.
Can we not?
Yes, we're gonna talk about it. Vikings against. I'm gonna let you finish.
Mhm.
Vikings win 27-25. I had you guys as 4.5 favorites to win this game
Mhm.
because and the reason why I'll say is because the quarterback play on paper was supposedly better for the team in blue, and
And
you guys blew the game.
our defense on paper should have eaten up
Nick Jean-Laurent
Nick Jean-Laurent.
Okay, so I'll start by giving credit.
Yeah.
Nick Jean-Laurent
to yourself for throwing that pick.
No. The second one didn't count. Didn't matter. Well, no, the second one actually hurt. The first one didn't count. So, I'll give credit is due. They played with 6, and they played well. Their quarterback found ways to use all his receivers differently. and he was able to spread the ball well enough for a defense not to be able to stop them. Secondly, their defense made plays when it mattered. They weren't great all around. They made some mistakes, but overall, they kept us at 25 points. They got a bunch of stops, and listen, their offense was opportunistic, and they scored 27, and it was enough.
We were laughing at you guys a couple weeks ago, saying, "Oh, 2 ties, blah blah blah. We'll be all right."
2-4-2.
Are you guys
What is
worried
this?
now? 2 games to go, 2 ties. Can this bite you in the
Okay.
ass?
You want to take this or?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know where we at in the division.
Okay, so
at the moment,
if we win because of the other teams in the division, if we win one game, we're in. Out of the following 2 games, because Lobster Dinner is the 9th seed closest behind, and they're only at 3 points. We're at 6 points. Lobster Dinner needs to win out. If they lose week 9, then they're done.
do Lobster Dinner and
Or
Game
Game Changers.
They
play each
have
other?
the backyard boys and Alpha Tees, which is not going to be
No.
easy.
And Game Changers seems to struggle with just to have a roster together to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what's up with Game Changers. Game Changers still have a chance. If they win both games and we lose both games, they could take their spot. But at the end of the day, because of the other teams, and this is no credit to us whatsoever, because of the other teams, we're in a fairly safe spot because the other guys are at 2 or 3 points.
Lobster Dinner, they have had some close wins and close losses. I think they're involved in 6 out of the 8 or 5 out of the 8 by 6 points or less. So they've some teams tight here as well.
John Brown, man,
The
he's playing well.
thing with Lobster Dinner and Game Changers is that it's not even like if they both lose, I'll let you finish actually clinches this week, regardless of what we do.
Even if we don't play. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's an odd scenario for them because usually you have enough points to catch up and you're right there.
Yeah.
But the 2 ties in this case are actually helping
Yeah.
keep them at bay in a sense. Whereas, by the way, if both those games are wins, we're not having this conversation
No.
at all.
We would be talking about who's on that you finish playing the season, the playoffs, and not.
Yeah.
Now, if we lose both games, we're stuck with the Alpha T's.
All right, so the game
Jesus Christ.
the game that really caught my attention because they
Yes.
blew up like a volcanic ash of their spoon. Blue Chips getting hammered by Junkyard
So that's the one I want to
Dogs.
bring up. So before the game, I got a text from John Laristis saying, "Yo, I'm gonna destroy your boy Jordan Mitchell.
Okay.
He's done. Like he's not doing anything.
So he
I'm gonna
went
shut him
Clubber
down."
Lang on him then.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like, I'm gonna shut him down. Some expletives I'm removing from the conversation. It's a 4-letter word starting with letter F and ending with K.
4?
Fork.
Fork.
So he shut him the fork down, to be fair, and like 2 rushes for 20 yards, very modest. He got sacked twice, got another ball batted down by John Laristis. So shout out to he said he was gonna do it, and I was like, look, man, it's a tall challenge. You know what I mean? Like it's not easy to do, and he actually did it. And then on the other side of it, the trio of Jonathan Williams, Alexander Noel, and Rory Samarjan really ate up the Blue Chips defense.
Roy Samarjan has really elevated his game this year.
He's always been good.
He's been good, but this has been unbelievable stuff. He's
No,
come
it's
up
like,
with
it's one of these
plays.
things where we have the bias against Div 6, Div E, where we're like, yeah, but he's a Div E or 6 player. That doesn't mean
I think
that the guy can't play, for example, Division 1, because he may have that ability, we just don't know the person yet,
He
right?
just didn't have the platform to
Yeah,
display it.
exactly.
Now he does, but the one guy that really
Like, there's probably people out in the audience who could put on a way better podcast than us, but they don't have the platform, because we do, bitches.
in your face, in your face. Don't watch the podcast anymore. But here's the thing with Blue Chips, right? I know you guys are they're good, but guys, they have not played well since that top season loss. Okay,
or they said they didn't care about top season.
like the Moist game, which Jim could talk to, right, where you guys were up and choked that game away. The game against Lobster Dinner, which they lost, dinner that was in the last minute or so of that game. They struggled a little bit with strangers. They beat the commission. But then you look at this Junkyard Dog win here, 2 top teams, and
But
they
does this
unraveled,
make
though. Like, Sanders Armand got kicked out of the game for mouthing off.
does this make, since Blue Chips beat the commission last week and scored 50, and they only scored 8 against Junkyard Dogs?
Commissioner first place.
Does
again.
this make Junkyard Dogs the best defense in the division?
Oh,
I have a question
Oh,
also. I have a
yes.
question. If a tree falls in the
Same.
forest and there's no one around to hear it doesn't make a sound. Also, if the commission lose a game, will they not be in Brent Barton's article for the first time all season?
do you think it's what's
But
the
they,
odds?
but it happened though.
So, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, you're saying that when Brent wrote his article, he mentioned nothing. Of the
When they
commission.
lost,
No, he did. No, he said he talked about it.
All right, fine.
He said their offense was great, just the defense was MIA.
All right.
But
Fine.
they, which is,
You
anyways.
ruined the joke though. It doesn't matter the facts, you know.
It's all about facts, bro.
But is this a concern for cause now for the Blue Chips because they are not playing the
But
best football.
why can't Junkyard Dogs be the best team in the division?
But look, they've come up with some big wins though, Junkyard
Good
Dogs.
point.
Because like first of all, Jason Rossi's always been consistent. We've hated playing against him because we know he'll somehow annoyingly win the game.
Nah, I
And
can't
this
like
is-
playing against them.
This is one of the best cores he's had in terms of
Jonathan
receivers.
Williams is low key the best man in the division.
His
He's up there.
triceps
Our boy
are better than
J-Dubs.
most athletes.
He looks uncoverable, and nobody talks about him for some reason. Maybe because the writer is too focused on writing about himself. But
So much shade today.
no,
Or
but
maybe
honestly,
because he let him go.
It's
it's true.
Yeah, it's
He's the one who got away.
It's true.
Yeah.
But to
Cue
be
the
honest,
Dawson's Creek music.
but to be honest,
I don't want to wait for this life to be
I've been
over.
watching John Williams play a few games now, and his impact, mostly on offense, I'll be honest, mostly offensively, he's phenomenal.
But even
But
on
he-
defense, man, he's a shutdown.
No, he's
corner.
good, but his impact offensively has been much more,
Mhm.
much bigger, much more bigger.
But I feel like the impact on defense hasn't been noticed because Junkyard Dogs have always been a good defensive team.
yes,
And,
also.
and or on offense, like, oh no, they can score now.
But
but he
I go back
plays-
to their game. Sorry, Steve. I go back to the game against Alpha Tees in week 4, which they lost by 5.
Yep.
And
Close
they were-
game. Their only
they were-
loss.
Yeah, they're undermanned that game. They're missing some guys there, but they've had some impressive victories. Back our bullies, big win over them.
Mhm.
I'll let you finish to beat you guys, obviously.
In my absence.
They beat Dirty Dogs. They've beaten some playoff bound teams. So if you were to put a power ranking, then yeah, I believe they would probably be a top 3, if not top 2. team
Junkyard Dogs are
in
playing
Div
well.
C.
I love to hate on them, but this is not the season to do so.
Can
They're
they go
good, man.
Can they go far? Well, right now, are you saying that they can go to the Div C final? from
With their
end?
full roster, whichever it is, because it seems to be a revolving door. With their full roster, yes, they could go far. But I think they're still matchup dependent.
Well, like I said, if we go, and we look at their weapons, Royce Margin, Robert White, John Luristis, Jonathan Williams, Alexander Noel.
Not household names.
I
Well,
mean,
at this
well,
point,
one's
yes.
a borderline.
Margin is.
So Margin's becoming that way.
Yeah.
John Luristis is a borderline Hall of Famer with over 1,000 catches in FPF. Jonathan Williams is a guy who was like, wasn't he
We just
like
talked about them.
a CIS star?
NCAA player.
Back in the day?
I would say
Yes.
not to disrespect John, but he was a good player.
Did he make the NCAA? for
He
you?
had looks NCAA.
Yeah, so like that's
Yes.
a ridiculous athlete, right?
And he's still in tip-top shape.
And
Boston College,
Alexander
right?
Noel,
Sorry.
Boston College?
No, that's Kevin Challenger.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Kevin Challenger went to Boston College.
Uh,
He was part of that class on Vanier. You carry on, though, Peeze.
way to be woke in 2018, confusing the black guy with the white guy. I like it. I'm just saying, it's cool. It doesn't happen often.
Alex Noel.
Alex
who
Noel.
has a few championships with what used to be Predators with
Yeah.
James Florani and so on and so on.
And he's
Very
so fast.
Underrated player.
I love the way he's always smiling when he runs. It's creepy,
Yes,
but
it
it's
is.
awesome.
He reminds me of that Mario Brothers character, that ghost character. That would always- Kirby. Not Kirby. No.
No.
Old school Mario.
Boo.
Man,
The
what-
ghost?
There's only one ghost, and it was
in
Boo.
Mario 1 or Mario 2 or Mario 3. One of those early Mario Brothers games.
Mhm.
There's a character, a ghost character, that would always smile when he would attack you. I need to find that
Ghost
character.
character.
Yeah,
Boo.
I'll find out for you guys.
Right?
Well, if he's saying ghost, I think he means boo. But
That's not.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
I've said it like 16 times.
Yeah, good job,
Boo.
GM.
Boo.
No one else said it in the room,
Guardians.
so.
Boo.
Move.
Boo. Sorry, Guardians. Boo. Yes.
Yes.
Don't get dogs.
So I'm just saying, my point is, across the board, like if that's the 5 receivers you're lining up, that's a devastating lineup.
Yes.
In Division C.
Although all the snappers.
All the snappers also, yeah, yes, that's true. They could definitely have any of these guys snap, except for maybe
So,
Alexander Noel.
can in your mind right
I don't know
now,
if Rory can snap.
in round 2, can Junkyard Dogs beat Alpha Tees in the playoffs?
Yeah, look,
But-
it'll be a close game, and if it's a kind of game where things need to go their way, So I'm not picking them to win the game. If I'm putting money on the game, I'm not putting, unless I'm getting amazing odds, I'm not putting money on Junkyard Dogs.
If it's 3 for 1.
You notice I'll never say like I'm not gonna put money on the team.
If it's 3 for 1.
There's always a price.
What do you bet for?
Oh, 3 for 1. I'll think 3 to 1.
So who do you give the edge to? A better chance to win then? Is it Mountain Lions or Junkyard Dogs to beat the Alpha Tees?
Junkyard Dogs.
I think you're puberty. Yeah, Alpha Tees I think are a better team, but
But
No,
if
no,
you
I'm
pick
saying
the Lions or Dogs.
I don't see Lions beating Alpha Tees. I
don't see
think
exactly.
That's the worst matchup for them.
Yeah.
So I'm going out Junkyard Dogs. just
Even
because-
though the Lions and Tats were 14-13, and then the Tats blew them out late in the second half.
But
Yeah.
that's kind of what Alpha Tees do.
Yeah,
Is they learn from the first half, they adjust, and they take
they
away what
score
you
on the
want.
first half to keep it close, and then they make a mistake in second half, and they don't.
Would a loss be good for their mental state here? Because we talk about the undefeated jinx going to playoffs.
They've done it before.
They seem fairly mentally healthy.
Didn't they go with like 10-0, 14-0, like
Yeah.
twice?
Didn't they not lose a game for like 3 seasons at one point?
I mean, they've
Yes, Jam, would you have the answer to that question?
I can bring that up, but I think they had ties during that time.
I feel like your history knowledge
Yes.
just stopped. Like you're the FPF historian.
People
but
stopped caring about the knowledge, so I just stopped
It's
keeping it
Million
up.
Thursday for GM today.
You watch Peeze and Simone getting the attention. You're like, but wait a second, I actually know things.
and then I'm just saying random words, and
Yeah.
people listen to me.
So that's my point.
Serious times in the shipping container. Moving on. Volkan.
I'm gonna ask you to play role play.
Okay.
I know.
What am I
Who's on
dressing
top?
up as?
I know you guys love to do role play with your significant others.
Or each other.
Perhaps I don't.
Aren't you my
judge.
significant other?
I
On this
don't
podcast.
judge. Simon,
Yes.
you are going to be playing the role of Jagerbomb.
Okay.
Tell me why you should be the first seed in the Conference B playoffs.
Because. Okay, so who's the first seed in Conference B playoffs?
Commission right now.
Okay, so we lost to the Commission, but the Commission got destroyed by a team that we wrecked. So the triangle makes us better.
The triangle makes it better.
All right, PZ,
Yeah,
you
'cause
are blue chips.
I beat the team that beat you, so I'm better.
Actually, you know what, PZ? I'll give you the other one. You're Commission.
I'm
Tell me-
commission.
Tell me why, because you and your boy Brent Bakken are like ebony and
I love
ivory.
Brent. Honestly, I love Brent.
I know you guys are ebony and ivory.
I'm ebony. He's ivory.
Yes, 100%.
Way to be woke.
You're
Peeze.
more.
That's what I'm saying, right?
You got more street cred than Brent Bakken. Brent.
Wow.
You know Dan Levitard, right? They always had
He's
that
gonna
segment.
hate you so much for that.
I know you will. Levitard's show, they always had that segment. Oh, I thought this guy was a black guy, but he has a white name.
Yeah.
Like Brent Bakken. Wait, he's not. He's black. I thought he's white.
And then you find out the guy named Peeze Delarize.
Yeah, exactly. So you're the ebony to his ivory. Okay, so explain to me why Commission deserves to be the number one seed in the playoffs.
I mean, first of all, the writer talks about us all the time. We're the most hyped team in the division.
Yes.
But if you look at explosiveness, whether it's AJ Gomes, Alexander Sampson, guys who can move the ball, Julian McLaren Thompson, Jean-Felix Marquis, best up-and-coming quarterback in division. We don't need no triangles.
Does the football weigh more than Julian McLaren Thompson?
Yes, it does.
Simon, your top season. Why are they going to be the number one seed?
I'm top season.
Yeah.
Best offense in the division. And yeah. Straight up best offense in the division. We could score against anybody. We could put up 40, 50 points on anybody. And teams don't put up 40 against us.
Peace, your blue chips. Why are they the best team in the division? Why should be the number one seed?
Well, look, if I'm Jordan Mitchell, you see me do it. You see me win championships. You see me. I have that under my belt. So regular season, that doesn't bother me. Whatever. We lost the Junkyard Dogs. You'd be Junkyard Fools by the end of the playoffs.
I like
Some
it.
Fighting words over there.
I like it.
Again, I'm roleplay. I actually like Junkyard Dogs. That's
All right.
established.
In 2 weeks' time, who's
Yeah.
your number one, number two, number three, and number four teams? Starting at number 4, Simon, moving up. Number 4 team is who?
Can we like snake draft it and then like we're forced to choose a different team?
Yes, yes. Okay, let's
So
go.
you go first.
I go first.
Yeah.
And number 4 team is who?
Top season.
So my number 4 team.
Oh.
No,
Oh.
no. Yeah.
I thought you were going to do 3.
It's gonna be no. It's gonna be very sloppy.
Okay.
My number 4 team. Which one did you take?
Top season.
Top season. I can't take them at 4, so I'm gonna go with Jagerbomb.
You should close your phone. It's better. Do it without a phone.
All right, number 3. Who do you got?
No. You're number 4 team.
Number 4 team?
It can't be these two.
Oh,
though.
yeah. So you took
Tops is in.
And you took.
Jägerbomb.
I'll take blue chips.
Blue chips. Now you're going number 3. It's Snake.
Oh yeah, so it's my pick now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Jagerbomb number 3.
Wait, can I take Jägerbomb blue chips?
You can't take a team that you've taken.
Okay,
or
okay.
you've taken this round.
I thought
you can't take Jagerbomb. I took them right now for number 3.
And you can't take Top Season because you took them last round.
Yeah.
The commission.
No, it's not
number
you. Though.
3.
It's not you. It's back to me. It's
Oh, sorry.
I'm going to take the commission.
yeah, in your face.
So you took blue chips, you took the commission, and I
Yeah.
can't take Top Season? No, you took Jägerbomb, no?
I took Jagerbomb.
This is hell. Junkyard Dogs.
You can't. They're on the same division.
What?
They're not the same division.
Oh, I thought it meant D.
Oh, okay.
No,
I thought we were doing both.
Well, I thought we were
no,
doing D
no,
overall.
no.
This got more complicated.
Yeah, I need my phone for this.
Okay, so blue chips, Keyport Lock, Friends in Low Places,
Your top 4 teams are who? Let's go. To the top 4.
Jägerbomb. You could take.
No, but I thought you
Oh,
meant
you
like the
took
whole division.
Jägerbomb, right?
Yeah, yeah.
No, that's
So
the
Jäger-
whole division thing.
Jägerbomb and the Top Season are gone. As is.
No, but why can't we do the
as
whole
is the
division?
commission.
Well, you want to go whole division? Let's go
Yes,
whole division.
Yeah,
not?
top four whole division.
Yeah, I was doing top 4.
Okay, fine. Let's
So
go.
Junkyard Dogs is my number 3.
All right, so you're number 2.
Well, hold on, but they're not in the same division though.
It's conference wide.
All right, conference. Here we go. Top
right.
4 overall.
My number.
You're
Okay.
number 2.
My number 2.
So you can't choose who you've chosen already.
Tops is in number 4. And Junkyard Dogs number 3, which makes the commission number 2.
I had Jägerbomb number 4, Top Season, and the commission number 2. So I'm
Number
gonna
3 commission.
number 3. So I'm gonna go. I gotta do it because then I won't be able to use them next round. Alpha Tease as my
Bastard.
Yes, I'm gonna.
Bastard. I can't take commission now, can I?
Yes.
You can
no,
they haven't. Oh,
no, you
took
can't
them.
take the commission nor Alpha T's.
You
Bunch
bastards.
house. This is the best segment.
Such a okay. I'm gonna
Chaos.
go. Oh, and Junkyard Dogs been taken yet?
Junkyard Dogs.
No,
not
only-
taking this round.
Only round 3.
All right, I'm taking Junkyard Dogs.
And now you're number 1 team.
Yes, and my number 1 team, Top Season.
Top Season.
Ooh, ayo. Free pick.
So yeah, god damn it! I should have saved. I should have held
Thank
up the
you.
Alpha
Yeah, in your face.
What's
Tees.
up,
Oh no! Blue chips.
Number 1 team in Division C, Blue Chips.
Yeah.
I'm going the Alpha T's, man. Easy.
Hold on.
So
you took the Alpha Tees though, no?
no, but it's this round. So
Oh,
you
right.
can't choose a team you've taken or a team you've taken this round.
Okay, so your number 1 team in Division C is Blue Chips.
Blue chips.
Mine's the Alpha T's, and yours is Top Season.
Top Season.
No,
Man.
Write it down. Write it down.
We should
You
do-
heard it here
we
first.
should do the inverse for the worst teams. Moist. Montagnard,
Everybody
Game
picks
Changers.
moist.
No, only one can.
I know that's a problem.
I'll go with Game Changers to be my worst team.
Over Moist.
Yeah.
Moist show up to games.
True.
Ooh, shots fired.
Ayo.
Although Braves U is a steady competitor.
Hey, they had a good game this week.
That-
Up till the end.
you know what they say? Even a broken clock is not terrible all the time. So
Sometimes 1 minute per day is on the right time.
All right, gentlemen, before we get to games of the week here.
Yes.
I've said this many times now. I believe Division C will be the most compelling playoff storylines we'll have this spring. I
Okay.
think it's gonna be fun to watch.
The Conference B should be amazing. The problem with Conference A is the Alpha T's.
Yeah, but I think. Look, if you told me percentage wise what would be the number for me right now, I think I'd have them at 70% of them winning the
So the Alpha T's,
division.
if for the conference as a whole, if the Alpha T's lose in the first round, that makes it wide open and super interesting. If they win and they make the finals and they win the finals, I mean, they went 14-0. Cool story, bro.
I mean, it would be a cool story.
For them.
Well, perfect seasons are fun, man.
Would they be the greatest team and not named the finest? Alpha T's?
They'll be the greatest.
They're making a name for themselves, honestly. Because look, they've done the thing. They've moved up. They've kept moving up. They've had success at all
hold on.
levels.
GM's got a look of distaste.
I think that no, it's not distaste. I think that at this point, the greatest team not named the finest are #NR.
Yeah, I can buy into that. I can buy into
Okay,
that.
all right, hold on. Let's go. I know it's not the same division here, but for those who don't know,
Just
#NR
like-
have moved up the ranks.
Yeah,
from,
from
But they were the
all
Alpha T's before the Alpha T's in a sense,
right.
right?
Well, well,
They were the
not
Alpha
as
T's
successful.
And
They
unlike
moved up
the
quicker,
Alpha
though.
T's, #NR have consistently moved up divisions.
Well, Alpha T's have recently.
no,
and then got crushed.
but they've moved up
They got crushed.
They
The
moved-
jump to B was quick.
No, three.
Yeah, the jump to Div 3 was too quick for them.
But it was a different team,
Yeah.
sort of. But they've moved up from
It's
4A
a
to
different
4B.
team with like 6 of the 8 who were the same guys.
But body
Yeah.
of work, though.
Are you saying more content that points to the problem? Nice.
Body of work, though. Who has the edge? Hashtag NR, or is it?
Body of work, I'm going to go the Alpha Tees because they have more championships.
Also,
in this
championships are
season.
the only measurable.
But
So there's nothing else
Are you-
can
are you
gauge.
guys-
it's
Hold
true,
on.
it's true because if you go to the championship and lose, it's worse.
Hashtag NR
That's
have
two.
2
No,
it's
championships and 1 FPF Fall Cup.
Right. So are we looking at the value of the regular season? What Tats have done?
I
being
think
far
you
greater than
need
what-
you need to look at it as a metric, and to me, like what's most amazing about sort of the rise of both of these teams is that they've taken guys who were other than like, well, in the case of Hashtag and Art, they were all straight up Division 5 guys, right?
Yep.
And they moved up and they had some turnover, but
Oh,
the
they had a
core of the
lot
team.
That first year.
Sorry.
That first year team, they were a different 180. And Del
Well,
was
yeah.
on that team.
Okay,
Shane
but like-
Blackwood's on the team.
But like as the team has grown, it's grown around Kendall Myers, Travis Moses, Jordan Moses. What's his
Jeremy
name? Jeremy
Darius.
Anderson,
Darius
Gavagowski, who's returned. So like these are guys who they didn't, other than going to finally get Corey Packer, they didn't really poach top end talent to bolster the roster, right?
Well, Theo J now on the roster.
Yeah, but it's a one-time
I'm
thing.
talking about
Yeah.
consistently through the rise. That's been the core, and Alpha T's have done pretty much the same thing. Mathieu Flag, Jesus Hull,
Justin
Marc
Dupuis.
Vallée. Just Dupuis started
Mongeau.
Division 3 though, so
Yeah,
So-
yeah,
Same
yeah.
with Julien
So
Dupuis.
now as a quarterback.
Do you value them
Yeah.
moving up by before we go to games of the week here? Do you value them moving up by NR more than the championships that Tats have won? So
Yes.
far? What about you guys?
I think it's just we don't have the same span.
yeah.
the
and-
Alpha Tees
and
have
like-
not been playing for as long as NR.
See, I think his GM's giving them credit for being a Division 2 team, whereas Alpha T's are not that yet. But the time span they've been playing is shorter,
Right.
Yep.
right? So that I feel they're roughly where Hashtag NR was when they were there.
Yeah, they were as dominant. I remember playing Hashtag NR in Division 4, Division 5, and they were that one team that nobody wanted to play against. And they were very dominant and strong and difficult to play against, the same way the Alpha Tees are.
Mhm.
The only difference, if we consider the same time span, and this is purely speculation because that doesn't mean the Alpha Tees will make it to Div 1 or
Mhm.
Div 8, is that Hashtag NR did not win every single season back then. Now, the Alpha Tees have had ridiculous success, but if they stop playing and they fizzle out, they move up to, say, the Division 3 next season, have a bad season, never play
I
again,
mean,
then we can't compare it to Hashtag NR who kept moving up regardless of winning the championship or not.
but the thing is also it's the LeBron MJ discussion. It's pointless because it's part. You're splitting hairs. Like they've both basically done the same thing. They both have basically the same track record. They both had an impact on FPF that won't soon be forgotten. So it is what it is. They're both good. Enjoy both. Life's
Speaking of-
amazing.
Speaking of good in both at doing it, it's now time for games of the week.
Starting out with top season Lights Out. Lights Out, who just had
season.
Jack Zergiotis at quarterback, by the way.
Top season.
I think either way, top season will win the game.
Well, it's your number one team, right?
Yeah,
One team.
most got no choice.
Yeah, give me top season.
Next.
A rematch of former final game, Jaegerbaum, Alpha Tees.
Ooh,
That's fun. Man, that could be a trap for
It
Alpha
could be a
Tees.
potential final game.
Yeah, but I just it's hard to bet again. I'm not getting the odds, so give me Alpha Tees. Give me the
No?
odds.
Jagerbomb.
Nah, give me
Nice.
Tats.
The reason why? Because Jagerbom's played. They've come up with a big play. I think they can do
Yes.
it. They can do it this weekend.
But I think the Alpha Tees is not that team.
Next.
And Strangers, Friends in Low Places.
Strangers losing on the last play to Keyport Lock. Philp, easy, hard win over Game Changers.
Easy hard.
Yes. I think Strangers can win this game.
Give me Strangers.
Just related to Strangers, a guy who's played on the Strangers roster. This started to be a bit of a downer, guys, but Jason Armenti played with the Gino DeFazio teams in the past.
Yep.
Had a heart attack
Wow.
recently and was
I didn't
in the hospital. Yeah, he
Oh.
posted about it on Facebook. Essentially, his message was never take your life for granted, because when he first came in, he thought it was a joke. The picture is him giving the finger because he thought like, there's no way I had a heart attack.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Oh, that sucks.
he's a young dude.
Sorry about that.
It looks like he'll be okay, and hopefully he recovers soon. Jason, I don't know if you do watch the podcast, but either way, buddy, we do hope for the best for you.
Absolutely.
That said, give me strangers.
Magic words, please.
There's a bathroom on the right.
Good night,
But I'm
Brazil.
on your right.
Now you know. Now you know what I think you're full of.
P.
Sometimes.